All right, gonna do a video here, jumping on, go live and talk a little bit about product and also talk about, an experience share from the one and only Brian Washington, a good friend. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get him in here. I don't know if it lets me physically bring him in. How do I do that? Go live. While that's happening, there it is. B,
What's going on, man?
what's going on? I appreciate you jumping on, and see, you're just a pro. I can already tell you got everything lit up, and B is a professional content creator, y'all. So he knows his stuff. He knows how to do this stuff and make it look legit. But no, I appreciate you for jumping on. If anything, I know we got crazy long history. I don't know how long we've known each other. It's been a minute, but maybe just let people know who you are and maybe just what you do, and then we'll talk about the bag and all that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, my name is Brian. Second that beat. I got all right.
The audio is choppy for me. I wonder if that's on my side, if I got feedback or something.
Let me try these.
That's a little bit better. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Say something.
Yeah. How's that?
Perfect.
Okay. Great. I got to be professional.
No,
You
I know
just
you
commented.
got. I know
You
you have
commented
a
on my
setup.
lighting, but then I got to get the audio correct.
No,
Yeah.
it's all good, man. Shoot, I'm out here. I'm sitting in the rain right now, just about trying to get some natural light because you know how that is. But
Absolutely.
no, if you can maybe say again. I couldn't.
Okay.
I couldn't hear what you were saying before, but just introduce yourself. What you do and some of the stuff that
Okay.
you work on. You
Yeah.
got some pretty epic stuff. So
All right. So, for those who don't know, my name is Brian, aka B, the second letter. I create content. I'm actually a professional graphic designer. I work full time for Dollar Tree Family Dollar headquarters as a contractor. I've done a lot of different things. I also work for the Vice Mayor of Newport News, Curtis Bethany. I do a little bit of things for the city of Newport News. And right now, I'm currently on tour with Meego. So we're doing the whole United States, North American tour, Canada, Toronto, doing it all. Yep.
and shout out to Meego. Yeah, no, I mean, and maybe talk about what's like a typical day like for you, I guess, because sometimes we try to, on the brand side, we want to make sure that the lifestyle is what we do is actually servicing, customers, but part of that is just know what's a typical day like talk about what are you going to do today actually?
Okay. So, I mean, tour life is completely different than anything that I've ever done, ever. You're almost like a nomad. Like you don't have a home, you don't have pretty much any stationary place that you go to except for the tour bus. So on tour, we go from city to city to city. It's I guess almost like the circus. You just kind of set up shop, you do your thing, and then you just move on to the next city. But you only stay there for one night, so you're just a temporary resident. Um, the craziest thing about tour is really just, I mean, the main thing you get to experience from going on tour is just, the different foods, different people from different cultures. You know, some people in certain cities they're more friendly. You get to experience a little bit of the city, but yeah, I think the main thing I've been able to experience throughout this whole tour is just the different food in every single different city.
Yep.
But yeah, typically, like I'll wake up on the bus. I'll check my schedule for the day to see what's going on, see what city that we're in. Because every day that I wake up, I'm in a different city. I will take a walk through the venue that we go to just to see my different spots that I'm gonna either be shooting photo or video. I'll check out the green room to see, you know, what kind of amenities and everything that the venue has. Because a lot of times when you get off the tour bus, you want to go in there, you want to maybe do some laundry, you want to take a shower, do those types of things. So I'm just checking out the venue to see what's going on. And then I'll set up my meeting with Masego, go over content and previous things that we did the night before, and also work on different ways that we can improve the recap or photography for the next night. So yeah, that's my typical day. On today, we're in Minnesota, and I have an off day, so I'm just gonna try to relax. I might go over a little bit of content that I have, but other than that, I am going to try to do my best to get some sleep because that's very important. And try to find some good quality food, some vegetables, something, you know, to keep my body intact from when I'm shooting and doing the things that I do.
No, that's amazing. And I guess what's like the I just got a technical question. Like, how do you handle mail and stuff like that when you're, traveling and, you don't necessarily have a home base?
Well, I mean, tour is only temporary. So all of my mail, like actual physical mail, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, yeah, like physical mail. Like I want to send you a letter,
Oh,
like like how do I send you a letter if I'm
yeah. I
not like
mean,
connected to you?
so my wife, she holds it down at home. Shout out to her. So everything pretty much gets sent to my home address. There was a situation when it comes to mail where I needed it was an HDMI cord to go from my monitor to my camera. And because I have friends in different cities, if I need something while I'm on the road, I'll get it sent in advance to their house. They'll meet me at the show, drop it off, and those types of things. So having a good network across the United States of different people in different cities, I'll just get stuff pretty much sent to their house, pick it up on the way, and keep it moving.
And because I'm getting rained out, I must have spoke it. Let's talk about the bag and everything. I know you've been carrying it for like a year or so. Like, just what's
Yeah,
been the takeaway with that?
yeah.
How are you
As a matter
using
of fact,
it?
I got the bag right here.
There it is. There it is. No, that's the
Yo,
green for
this,
sure.
yeah. As you can see, man, green, that's my color. Uh, this this was gifted to me from my wife as a birthday present. I really I requested this bag specifically because I have history, of course, with your brand and everything. We worked and did a little bit of work from I think the end of 2018, early 2019, and we did a whole bunch of stuff. But as I was working with the company and everything, I got a firsthand look how the bags were created and just how beneficial they could be. At the time, I didn't do nearly as much traveling as I do now, so I didn't really see how useful it would be. But now that I am doing a lot more traveling and everything, this bag it is extraordinary. Like I travel sometimes with my family, and we'll be walking through airports and everything. So just to be able to convert this bag from a handbag to a book bag and help my family with their luggage, like that is one of the greatest features of this bag. And even as I get on airplanes and I'm able to store it in the carry-on luggage spots and everything under seats, it is perfect. Just the material on the inside, because it's made from those billboards and recycled material, it is quality because, like, this bag is so durable. I can put anything from my laptop, I can put different pairs of sneakers, I can put all of my expensive, more personable items in this bag and not have any concerns just because of how durable it is.
No, that's so bad. No, I'm glad to hear that that's been, the experience. We definitely put a lot of like iteration into it when we started, it was like very, know, pared down. Like we didn't really, we wanted to build onto it. We knew we could like get feedback and then improve it, adding things, adding, pockets, things like that, and just more functionality. So that's great to hear.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
what is like your what do you, what is your goal, I guess, for just to get to the tour a little bit? What's your goal while you're on tour? Is it a certain number of like pieces of content that you want to create while you're out there, or is there a certain level of quality that you want to maintain from city to city? And what do you like? What do you hope to happen? Maybe even like after the tour, do you want to go on like more tours, or like what do you see for the future?
man. Tour, because this is my very first tour. I really didn't have too many expectations going into it. But now that I've gotten myself a little bit more acclimated with tour life, I could definitely see myself going on tour. Maybe a couple more times. It's um, it's very labor intensive, so there's a
Mm,
lot of wear and tear on my knees because every single music venue that we go to, of course, there's different tiers of elevation. So constantly from the time that I step into the venue to the time I go to sleep, I'm constantly running up and down stairs. You know, my camera has a little bit of weight to it, so just lifting it above my shoulders and everything. You know, I'm working all kinds of muscles and ligaments and all those different things in my body. So it is a lot of wear and tear. You don't necessarily get the best quality food while you're on tour. So just a combination of doing all these different things throughout the day and, eating not the healthiest diet, I know it can take a big toll, especially as I get in my mid 30s on my body. But overall, I have three main goals for this tour. One is just to make sure that, I keep my energy up when I go and shoot every single night, making sure that I stay focused on, the tasks that are at hand that are specifically requested from Masego or the label, and making sure I execute those things. Number two, just doing the editing and working on short format content while I'm with Masego, so that way it can be turned around quickly for the next day, no later than 48 hours. But after I've collected all of this content, once I get back, I'm going to utilize the things that I've captured and created to make a more long format style video to kind of document the entire trip. But I mean, those are the three main goals: just photo, edit, video, short format, long format, just those things.
yeah, no, that's great. And how did you get into video? Because I know your
Mhm.
graphics too, but like how did you get into like photos and videos?
I mean, really, it was a domino effect. A lot of times people will see things in you that you might not necessarily see in yourself. So because I was pretty proficient at graphic design and the area of work that I was working in at the time, I had a friend who recognized what I was doing and he recommended that I did photography. So, and the same thing happened with photography, moving on to video. Once I started getting proficient in video, someone recommended me to do sort of like a motion picture because that's what it really is, and to capture video. So just, kind of utilizing all three of those things simultaneously is what I aim to do every night.
Hmm. And what would you say is like the like how did someone get to where you are? Like what would you recommend to them? Like they want to, go on a 2 month tour, like what type of things should they be doing now, or what type of things can be done, I guess, from home or something like
Yeah.
that to
I
get
mean,
there.
I say the best thing that you can do is build everything from the ground up. For me, in my experience, like I love music. So I would listen to local artists. I would work with local artists. I still do. And I would constantly develop my skill set as I worked with these artists. And as I developed and as they developed, other people start to recognize the talent, the ability. And then from there, you're able to leverage the opportunities that other people present to you and move forward to something else. Like right now, like I said before, I work with the vice mayor of Newport News, and that came from working with different music artists, working with guys like Billy Mercury, working with guys like Masego, because I was proficient in those different things. I have other people reaching out from different areas. I've worked with chefs. I've worked with small
Shout out Billy Mercury.
businesses, large businesses. It's been a lot of different things, and even on my job as a graphic designer, because you know other people have checked out my LinkedIn and saw the photography work. I'm even asked to come in and do photography work for corporate business and stuff like that. So just build it from the ground up, start there, and continue to develop as the artist gets better, as you get better. Other opportunities will present itself, and just figure out your end goal and just keep on moving in line with what it is that you want to do for your end goal.
And what's your portfolio like? Like, how do you organize all of your work? Like, what do you think is your best portfolio? Is it your website? Is it your Instagram? Or do you have like some separate, like physical portfolio of work? Like, how do you kind of like present that to a potential client, whether it's like a vice mayor or,
Hmm.
a touring artist? Like, you see what I'm trying to ask? Like, how do you
Yeah,
catalog your
man.
experience?
Honestly, um, my portfolio is the hardest thing to keep up with because there's more content than I can even compress into a portfolio. But I think for me, the thing that works best is just showing up and working at such a high speed that people recognize, wow, this just happened and it's already on the internet and it looks great. So just being able to work at a very high speed, and being attentive to details, word of mouth has actually earned me more business, than any type of portfolio, any type of business card, and people actually seeing me work, um, first from a first-hand experience. That's really opened up a lot of doors as well, because like even the other day, I'm at the concert. I'm shooting the opener, which is OG. She's amazing, amazing voice, amazing vocals, and everything. I'm taking pictures of her. And before she's even finished her set, I have her pictures already done and sent over to her manager.
Mm,
So it's just like
speed.
when you're able to work at a high capacity, work really quickly, and you're able to convert, um, the tangible items that they need for social media and stuff like that really, really quickly, and you can beat your competition, then it's just like, this is my portfolio. This is all that you need to see. And then
Hmm.
they'll follow up and see other things that you've done as well.
No, I love that. Yeah, because I've been thinking about it. Because with our stuff, like we've been doing, I mean, I've got the standard. I got like PowerPoint presentation. There's Instagram, obviously. Then there's the physical products. But then there's it started like there's a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
Like we got a lot of case studies. We got a lot of like experiences that we can tell. So I don't want to overwhelm anyone by sending them all of that.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like if you find something that you're trying to like become a part of or whatever, you kind of want there to be a lot of it. At least I do. Like if I find something, I want to like know that there's a lot of like reviews or like there's a lot of like people talking about, like you say, word of mouth. Like that does kind of help just make it a little bit easier. And that's why this is good that we did this where you jumped on and talked about having the bag, you got the bag with you on tour, which is, that's amazing. And
Hmm.
so definitely, shout out to you. And, we'll have to talk about like, the clothing at some point and,
Okay.
get you in some of that stuff so that you can, also see what we've done. Because what we're doing is we're taking the same concept that we did when we first started, taking bags and then turning that into, now we're doing this. Like I just picked this up yesterday from a factory out here. Can't really do it with both hands, but
Hmm.
we're taking fabric signs, same type of signs that would advertise, and turning it into sweatshirts, shirts, all that.
Yeah.
So, same concept, except for now you can wear it like all the time, basically, instead of,
Hmm.
while you're doing a specific activity or a specific event. And really excited, to share that when it is available. So, we're
Yeah.
starting to drip it out a little bit here and there. So definitely stay tuned.
Yeah. Man, one thing I really wish I would have got, and I didn't think about it, but I really wish I would have got the toiletry item bag
Mm, yeah,
because
our
I
Earth
feel like
kit.
that, yeah, the Earth Kit, yes, that bag, man, because of the material that's lined on the inside, the what is it, the billboard material,
Yep,
because of how thick it is, it just protects all of the different items. Like it's basically waterproof. So
yes,
just having that bag on tour, I really feel like that would have helped a whole lot just with all the different
100%.
accessories and items that we have.
No, absolutely. It's definitely, it just works so well to be able to just wipe out anything that has gotten on the inside,
Hmm.
whether it's, toothpaste or something crazy. Like, just you can just wipe it
Yeah,
out really easily. So, yeah,
hmm,
no, that's the bet.
yeah.
Um,
I probably say I use my the premium probably most for my sneakers because you
mm,
can wipe it out
mm,
really well. So anytime I'm walking through a different city, you get the dirt and stuff like that. I could just take a
yep,
rag, wipe the inside of this bag out, and it just holds up really, really well.
for sure. No, I appreciate it. Where can everybody follow you? Where can they just tap in with you?
Okay. Social media, second underscore letter, all social platforms and everything. I have a website, the second letter dot co. It's no longer dot com, but the second letter all spelled out THESECONDLETTER .co. That's a little bit of my portfolio, but the most updated stuff is probably going to be on Instagram.
For sure. That's great. That's great.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know what all Minnesota has to offer, but I hear that there's a huge mall here. I think it's like the Mall of America. I think a couple of guys,
Yeah, yeah, you check that out.
yeah, I think we're gonna go check that out and see what's going on over there before we have to do something else.
100%. No, well, enjoy that, and hopefully you guys have sunshine out there. I'm hoping for sunshine out here tomorrow,
Hmm.
and yeah, no, we'll connect here soon. I'm gonna text you some other stuff too, and give you some more updates on some things too after this.
Oh shoot, I think I might have went out. All right,
Oh
that
yeah,
sounds good though.
yep, yeah. I just say I'll text you and call you after this.
All right, appreciate it.
All right,
All right, man.
appreciate you.
I'll talk to you later.
All right, later. All right, so that was good. Just getting to catch up with Brian. Brian worked with us earlier in our journey and brought a ton of value to the brand. Excuse me, helping us storytell, helping us document pictures, videos, graphics, pretty much everything that we needed. And it's really cool to see him just doing awesome stuff now. He's on tour. He's doing it big. So that's what it's all about. And yeah, just I was going to show you guys a little bit of the products that we have, some new things, but my shooting location has basically been uh, a little bit interrupted. So I'm going to try to come back on here again either later or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. But, hoping you are well. Hopefully, all is well where you are. If you would like to, see the bag that Brian was talking about, we do have those on our website. It's hamiltonperkins.com. Just feel free to, hit the link in the bio. You can check it out. And yeah, we are shipping those right now. So hope all is well.